In part 1 of our series on how to play Reality's Edge, we are going to cover the basics of the game, or what you need to play. To start, you'll need a gaming area. Reality's Edge is designed to be played on a 3-foot by 3-foot gaming area, but you can play around with larger and smaller sizes to increase or decrease the tempo of the game, but you will have to adjust the deployment zones proportionally. Second, you'll need some models. Reality's Edge is a miniature agnostic game, but was designed for use with 28mm and 32mm models in mind. And there is no requirement for a specific base size, but the rulebook states you should try to keep the bases consistent. The rulebook suggests that if you use something smaller, such as 15mm models, you can change all inch measurements to read centimeters. In Reality's Edge, line of sight and facing do not matter, as every model is considered to have a 360-degree view, although in some circumstances you will be confronted with the front and back of the model in the rules. This is determined by bisecting the base into a front part and a back part. Now the rulebook does not talk about modeling for advantage. While models have official sizes, such as small, medium, and large, it is not as formal as Infinity or Zone Raiders, where your model is supposed to be in a hypothetical cylinder for determining line of sight. The game just states that extraneous bits don't count, but it is up to the players to decide in a friendly manner on a case-by-case basis. You will need a standard ruler or tape measure. Reality's Edge uses inches as the basic unit of measurement. Whenever the rules require the use of fractions in measurements, you will always round up. So 3¼ inches will become 4 inches, and 3¾ of an inch will still become 4 inches. This rounding of fractions for measurements carries on to any other use of numbers, so when you see a fraction, always round up. And you can pre-measure. The only thing the rulebook says on this is not to abuse that privilege. It also defines abuse as whatever you and your fellow gamers consider abuse. You also need some terrain to go on your gaming area. Before starting the game, you and your opponent should discuss what terrain counts as hard cover and what counts as light cover. We will discuss the impact of this in the ranged combat portion of our series. But basically, hard cover is buildings, and light cover is garbage or other things easily shot through. Anything in between is up for friendly discussion. A special terrain feature you will need are what are called CAT terminals in the game. In game terms, these are hardened network nodes that, if compromised, can give you enhanced access to the hypernet. They serve as in-game objectives. You can buy some nice ones from Knights of Dice. We have printed some up on our 3D printer, or you can just use something that looks like a computer. You'll need a 10-sided and 6-sided die, plus something to act as counters to record the board state of miniatures such as hiding and on fire. The book does not provide a central list of what types of counter you will need and suggests using coins, so it'll be up to you when and how you want to record the state of your miniatures, which we recommend you do frequently, especially with cyborgs. Now you might want a scatter die if you are using grenades. This is a die with a variety of arrows to point which way some effect randomly wanders off to. If you have the old Games Workshop dice sets or the Necromunda scatter dice, you're good to go. You'll need some templates to do area effects, a 5-inch template for blast effects, and an 8-inch teardrop template for flame effects. While the official template should come out someday, the game designer recommends using the Games Workshop flame template. But you could also use the small flame template form from Infinity. Now that we have that out of the way, we can discuss some of the actual game mechanics.